Hello all, and welcome in to round 10 of the Tier 2 calendar, third last race of this season. Last time out, Ravage picked up the win over Ethan following a late safety car that ultimately would cost Ethan the win because of his time penalty. But heading into Silverstone, the championship is now separated by 13 points. A gap GB will certainly be worried about, as he can see Dynamic Duo in his rear view mirror as we head to the iconic track of Silverstone in the UK. 18 turns, 2 DRS zones around the track that started it all. Which of the championship rivals will come out on top on this 26 lap race around the British circuit?
Yep.
Right. Checkered flag falling soon, 10 seconds remaining. We're on board with GB, our championship leader, who is currently on pole as it stands. Rainy Day Does Gaming, thank you for the follow. You are our 800th follower.
That is my girlfriend.
In the chat. Oh, so great timing. 800th follower. Welcome into the stream. Ranga in the chat says Ranga for pole. We're all rooting for you, Ranga. Can't wait to see it.
You got this.
GB massively losing the rear, and I would honestly think that's kind of the lap over at that
I
stage.
think Duo is 2.5 tenths up. Is it going to be pole?
As he rounds the final corner, Dynamic Duo P2 in the championship, but P1 on track. Does GB have any answer?
No, he's backed off. It looks
to
like.
that, we will see.
Yeah, he's backed off.
Is there anyone else who can touch that lap time? Dobo does not improve. SDK Max is 2 tenths up out of Sector 2. Can he extract more time here through the final sector? Max in the McLaren jumps a position.
That's George Boy.
Drivers have remembered their setups. We're going to have
first?
The 5 red lights on and they're out, but I feel like that's a bit of a glitch because they've not moved away yet, but they have now, and Dynamic Duo leads us away in the lead. GB on the inside looking for the move on his championship rival. Dynamic Duo keeps it ahead. We've now got Crypto following in behind. We've got Georgie Boy in the Haas making his debut on these softs. Max dives it up the inside here in the McLaren. And Georgie Boy now round the outside on the sauce and the Haas, looking very quick off the start here. Great start for the Haas driver. Ooh. Oh, and he's gone through the Williams of Crypto. That was weird. He ghosted through him himself.
Oh, it's going to be side by side between Ethan and BP. Oh, wait, no, never mind. That was RAF.
Oh, and through Maggots and Beckett's. And Charisma's got contact with Zampa here. Out of Beckett's.
Oh, bit of contact with Castolo.
GB's lost out to his Ferrari teammate and also may lose out to Georgie Boy here. Georgie Boy in the Haas sends it on the inside. Georgie Boy's off in the wall.
Oh, and he comes on track.
Oh, he's in contact.
Oh, no.
He's in contact with someone rejoining. And that's a big penalty for Georgie Boy. And Charisma as well here. Been involved. Gets a penalty. And I feel like that rejoin is certainly going to see the stewards. What happened there? That was a horrendous rejoin from the debutant. And there's a VSC out as my controller has disconnected in disbelief.
Okay mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD. Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris.
There was no front wing, so they're coming.
And Zampa and Cthulhu side by side here. And we're getting horrific camera angles. Who wants this camera angle ever? Who wants that camera angle? Remove it from the game. Never wanted it.
Gets the DRS. So
and another horrendous camera angle as we're going to have to go on board with GB. As GB now looking on the inside of his teammate Freddy here. And GB may get ahead, having a little look on the inside of Dynamic Duo as well, Freddy, who's also looking for a good exit here.
Yeah, GB looks like he's going to pass.
His first
time penalty today. GB dives it on the inside.
Oh, we're
Then
running
Argo's
outside.
still there though. Side by side they go. And Freddie's got a great on board here of both cars as Dynamic Duo washes a bit over the sausage curb. And major desync here as Freddie's going to get through.
Freddie's had a
on the inside of Dynamic Duo. I mean, he has, but it didn't look pretty on the stream. It just looked like the cars desynced ahead of him. Freddie just got through. Unless you got a better viewpoint of that. Meanwhile, Crypto on the outside of GB! And GB's got contact from Max behind! GB's got contact from Max behind.
Oh, and along the straight too with
more
Crypto.
And more. Crypto now round the outside of GB. GB dives it on the inside! Side by side they go. GB around the outside. Can he keep it? Crypto's going to get through. Meanwhile, Ethan on the rear of Ace. And Ethan now may have a run down the hangar straight. Like ghosted and desynced. And then Freddie just was like, okay,
I had
overtake here.
A lot better view of that. I mean, I saw Freddie look like he went
into P2. Meanwhile, again with the camera angles. Who wants a camera angle of the bloody driver's helmet? I want to see the racing. As Freddie gets back through again. Like, who wants a side-on view of the driver's helmet?
Oh god.
Meanwhile, Duo on the inside of Cops. Is this the right move to go for? And Freddie goes wide. And both drivers leaving the space here, but they're side by side in a Maggots and Beckett's. Someone's going to have to back out. Freddie backs out smartly. Thank God there was not an absolute car crash there into Maggots and Beckett's. And I'm sure GB in the back of his mind was kind of hoping for it, because it would have surely benefited his championship fight. Meanwhile, Freddie back on through into the lead as the racing is so close here. Everyone inside a 10th as we've got on board with Dynamic Duo's front wing. This is exactly the camera we want! As it hits Freddie. There's a little bit of contact with Freddie. I don't know if Freddie
Max
turned in too early there. Max in the background, you can see there.
Oh, it goes wide.
Into P4, GB back through again. Max looking for the back through again. But if we look at the tyres now, Max may actually be in the best position here. Max started on the hards.
Oh, I've got wing damage.
Oh
For
no.
fuck's sake. Run into the back of it, so because he went slow with you, Brian.
Oh my god.
I'm tempted to go for
these drivers. Meanwhile, Freddie side by side yet again with Dynamic Duo, but Dynamic Duo going to keep it ahead of Freddie. Is Freddie looking for the switchback yet again here? I wonder, does GB have any damage? Because otherwise he's just went in extremely early.
He has.
And he does have damage.
Oh no.
There's damage on that Ferrari, and he must have had it coming together with someone.
Oh, Zampa! Oh my word, what have I just seen?
Oh, and Ethan's gone off, and I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
the
caught
stewards
that
will...
My POV, unfortunately.
The time lost changing his front wing, but at the same time though, whenever
we're going to battle for the lead.
Drivers here.
Oh, Duo around the outside into Brooklyn's returns to the inside. I don't know what corner that is called though.
I might just get a track map up again because I always forget.
Freddie's going to get the
Max,
move on
though.
Duo. Can Crypto get Duo though? It's not.
Scotland's retired, going into the pits. Scotland's called it a day. Dynamic Duo gonna get back through again into the lead, and Freddie and Dynamic Duo have been just swapping for positions, and they're happy enough. But Freddie and Crypto now dive it into the pit lane. Wait, Crypto started on the mediums, didn't he?
I don't know. How is he on now?
Oh my god.
Oh
no, he started
no.
on the mediums and he's now in the mediums. Oh my god, this game's awful. Oh my god, EA,
Race
why?
over. unfortunately.
That is Crypto's race over, because as he entered the pit lane, he disconnected, and it's put him on a medium strategy.
He sets
Jesus
fast up
Christ.
with
On the sauce to the end, as Dynamic Duo now back through into the lead, as Crypto now round the outside of GB, as there's a lot of desync involved with that move, and Dynamic Duo still ahead now. Will Freddy have enough in the tank to start to catch Dynamic Duo? Is Dynamic Duo trying to stretch the legs here, and the gap is now building. The gap is continuing to build into Cops now.
Oh.
And it's a
Restaurant
half
is
a
so
second
committed.
currently as they head into Maggots and Backets, and Freddy needs a monster exit here if he wants the win. Dynamic Duo gets a good run, 6/10 is the gap now. Freddy gonna dump the battery, but I don't think he has enough. Dynamic Duo has played this masterfully, and Freddy's just gonna be nowhere near Dynamic Duo. He has really one more braking zone to get it, but he's too far
Freddy's
back.
backed off.
And Freddy's backed off because he wants to let GB through to get P2. And what amazing team play from Freddy, if that is what he's doing. Freddy
Yeah,
wants to
look, he's
give
doing
GB P2, and that is great team play from Freddy. He wants to help GB in the championship, and GB now will finish P2, but it is Dynamic Duo who wins in Silverstone. Dynamic Duo now with his second win of the season, I believe. Meanwhile, GB finishes P2, following Freddy, letting his teammate through to close the gap in the championship. So Freddy has helped GB limit the damage here, and Dynamic Duo will catch in the championship. But as GB says in the chat, that is damage limitation, and that is pretty much the most GB could have done, even in this chaotic race where he did get damage.
And after round 10, Dynamic Duo picks up yet another win, closing the gap in the championship now down to 8 points as we head into round 11, where we fly to Qatar for the penultimate round of the season. Meanwhile, GB was able to do some damage limitations with his Ferrari teammate of Freddy, letting him through into P2 to secure the maximum points that he could get on the day. But heading into the penultimate round of the season, can Dynamic Duo close the gap to GB Sanderson? You'll have to wait till next time out, where we head to Qatar for round 11 in the calendar. I've been WHF Aro. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.